Hello everybody and welcome back to Red Devils TV. Now I've just finished work, so I'll make this quickly because, I want to chill out. But anyway, this is your Manchester United versus Fulham preview. And what can I really say? I feel like this will be an entertaining game, 100%. I think it'll be very end-to-end. I feel like United, after having a great performance against Aston Villa in the Carabao Cup, it was a great way to bounce back after the loss to Villa last weekend. So obviously we lost to Villa 3-1, but then we beat them in the Carabao Cup 4-2. Now you could say that it was a very scrappy game. I wouldn't say it was a good game. I'd say it was a very scrappy game actually. But at the end of the day, we still won, and we scored 4 goals, and they were counter-attack goals. They weren't really Ten Hag goals. It was it wasn't Ten Hag football really, and I feel like that sometimes we're going to have to see games like that where United have to play a long ball or play counter-attacking football to try and get a goal to win games. So while because don't forget, this is still the first rebuild of Erik Ten Hag, so it's the first season, so you can't expect every Manchester United player to be able to play Ten Hag football, because one, Erik Ten Hag doesn't have the players in that he wants yet, because obviously, like I've explained previously, that Manchester United's squad is like 4 different jigsaws all mixed up and you asked to make one massive picture. Like, some of the pieces just won't fit together. So that's what Ten Hag's dealing with right now. And for me, I feel like that right now certain players are struggling, and we're just going to have to deal with it. So when it comes to Ten Hag's system, obviously we know he likes to play the high line, which we are seeing us play a lot more now. We are trying to be more dominant with the high line, but just certain players just can't play this high line, whether it's our centre backs being too slow, whether our players just not having the passing ability. It's really, and maybe just some players just can't play against a low block, for example. Because if you're playing a high line, you're forcing the opposition to play deep, and some players can't struggle against a low block where they just can't play against it because the players are just too far back, and the certain players just struggle to control games. So I feel like that this game will be more United than it will be Fulham. But I feel like that both United, I'm going to say my score prediction now. I feel like it'll be 2-0 Manchester United. And I feel like that both goals are going to be counter-attacking goals, but I feel like United will be the more dominant force. I feel like it'll be a game kind of like, not Chelsea. I feel like we'll play like we did against Chelsea in the first 30 minutes where we're dominant, and because Fulham don't have the squad rotation or the squad depth to change a system like that, then that's when United will dominate pretty much the entire game. I think that Fulham will have a few chances, but I'm not expecting many threats as their main striker, their talisman, Mitrović, is obviously out injured. So for me, that's a big bonus, really. Right now, I would accept a 1-0 victory, but for some reason, I'm positive. I feel like that Manchester United will win 2-0. But if you offered me a win before the game, I would snatch your hand off absolutely 100%. So what else can we really talk about, really? So we'll talk about the starting lineup in a moment, my predicted one. And I feel like that, obviously, with a game like this, we need the correct players. We can't just be throwing in the big names, really. So for me, obviously Diego Dalot is also suspended for Manchester United, so United are without a right back because Wan-Bissaka just hasn't been given a chance. Obviously, it's either injury, illness, or he's just not been played. I'm not sure which excuse it is anymore. So with obviously Dalot being suspended or rotation, Wan-Bissaka's been available for United pretty much all season. He's had an injury, but I feel like Ten Hag is just saying that because he doesn't think that Wan-Bissaka can play his way of football. So, which I think is a bit of a shame, because I feel like you should utilise all your players during a rebuild, because it then causes players like Dalot to get knackered. And I've already said thank you to Diego Dalot, because obviously he won't play for Manchester United again until after the World Cup. So I hope he has an amazing World Cup. I want to say thank you to him. I hope he doesn't get injured. I hope he has an amazing World Cup. and it would be nice for Portugal to win it, because I don't really support England in the national team. I would love for Ronaldo and Portugal to win the World Cup, to be honest, because I just don't follow my own country. Strictly speaking, I don't care about the England national team. I never have, and until we get a better manager, I won't show any interest. I feel like the way we play football just sends me off to sleep. I can't remember the last time I actually enjoyed an England game. Probably the Euros final. I did really enjoy that, I'm not going to lie. But for most of that competition, I think it was until we beat Germany, I actually started to get excited. But anyway, but enough about international football. Yes, I was just saying thank you to Diego Dalot, because obviously he's been one of United's most improved players this season. So yes, we'll talk about the starting lineup. Now, obviously Dubravka played on Thursday for making his debut. I don't think he'll play tomorrow. I feel like it will be David De Gea. So David De Gea will be my goalkeeper. The right back situation is interesting, because will he play Lindelof at right back or Malacia at right back? Now, obviously, Lindelof is more primary as a centre back, and Malacia is more primary as a left back. But I would personally play Malacia, because I feel like that you want a natural fullback. You don't want to play a slow centre back at right back, because obviously we know that at least one in every team nowadays in the Premier League have a fast winger. So if they either make a change over where they swap sides and the fast winger targets Lindelof, I feel like that would cause a lot of issues. So for me, I know Malacia is more of a left back. He is, because he's left footed, but I have seen him play right back a few times at Feyenoord. I've seen him play right back for United, I think in the Europa League game, when he started off at left back and then Luke Shaw came on and Malacia was drifted to right back, and he did an alright performance. So for me, I would play Malacia at right back, because I feel like you still need that pacey, natural fullback to cover that area. So yes, I would play Malacia. Centre back, I would play. Would I play Maguire or Lindelof? I think I'd play Lindelof, because Mitrović isn't playing. I think if Mitrović was playing, I would play Maguire. But because Mitrović is injured, I would play Lindelof over Maguire. And I'm not too sure who Fulham's backup striker is, or if they're playing with a false nine. I'm not too sure. Or they play with two wingers as more like right or left-sided forwards. But yes, I would play Lindelof over Maguire, as Mitrović isn't playing. Because if Mitrović was playing, I would play Maguire. Obviously, left centre-back being Martinez. Don't really need to talk about that. It's Martinez. He's been probably our best centre-back this season. I do rate Varane more than Martinez, but because Martinez has consistently, he's not been injured, he's consistently played well, and that's why you've got to start looking at, is Martinez United's best centre-back? Because obviously Varane, when it comes to quality, Varane is better, but when it comes to injuries with Varane, that's what lets him down, and Martinez has consistently had to work with different centre-backs at Manchester United, which is why he is a fan favourite. He's respected, and that's why I think Martinez is a favourite within the Manchester United fan base. Left back, I'll go for Luke Shaw, because obviously I have no other left back, and Malacia is obviously playing at right back in my prediction. Holding midfielder, I would go for Casemiro. The deep playmaker, do you go for McTominay? No, I go for Eriksen. My only issue, as much as I like Eriksen, and he came on against Villa in the Carabao Cup and did amazingly. That's the Eriksen that I remember at Brentford. He had a great game when he came on for Eriksen did. But my only frustration with Eriksen is that he's not physical enough. Is that I can show you the stats that he does not get stuck in enough. He doesn't win tackles. He doesn't win aerial duels. And I feel like if you're playing that deep in Ten Hag's system, you need to get a bit more physical. That's my only issue with Eriksen. At number 10, I'd play Bruno. Obviously, he's back now, so that's really a great situation to have. That's the question now. I'm going to do something different. I feel like Garnacho will play on the right. I feel like Rashford will play on the left. and I feel like that Martial will play through the middle. I don't think this is a game where you play Cristiano Ronaldo. There's rumours that he's ill and he hasn't been training today, so maybe he won't be on the bench at all. Obviously, he wasn't on the bench against Aston Villa in the Carabao Cup. So for me, Martial's back fit. Hopefully he stays fit. Obviously, he's not going to the World Cup, so hopefully he actually continues to stay fit this time, because I feel like that now we have Martial back, Van der Beek back. And obviously, I know Van der Beek has struggled over his recent cameo at Manchester United, but I still feel like these are strong players which make our bench a lot stronger, and they give us better options to bring on off the bench. But obviously Anthony and Sancho are still out, Ronaldo's a doubt, and obviously Dalot is suspended. So United do have 4 players that are out at the moment, which could cause an issue, but I feel like that we have good enough cover available for Fulham for us to put up a shift. But anyway, I've said 2-0 Manchester United. I've given you a predicted lineup. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Obviously, no, but I think that's everything. So yes, thank you for watching today's video. Obviously, my match reaction will be out tomorrow. So yes, thank you for watching today's video. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment and share. I don't know how many subscribers I'm on at the moment. I think it's 75 unless I've earned any more, or if people have unsubscribed. Please don't unsubscribe. I really want to get to 100 subscribers by the end of the year. So yes, thank you for watching today's video. As I've already said, please remember to like, subscribe, comment and share, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.